Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In this video today, I'm going to be showing you guys my favourite attacking meta custom tactics on FIFA 23. Are you fed up of getting out-teamed on FIFA? Want that God squad that you've always dreamed of? Check out MMOEXP and use code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out the link below. MMOEXP, the best place to buy coins. So here we are with another tactics video. 4-3-3, fifth variation, slightly updated from what I've been using previously. Been really liking them. Apologies about my throat. It sounds like apologies about my voice and how it sounds. My throat feels like someone's taken sandpaper and put it on my throat. My throat just feels in absolute agony, but the show must go on and I still wanted to do a video for you guys. So if I do sound pretty dodgy, apologies. This is the team that I was using for this tactic. Very good team. I do have like 3.5–4 million coins, so if anyone's got any recommendations of how they'd go about improving this team, do let me know in the comments. Always appreciated. So we'll go look at the custom tactics now. So anyone who watches a lot of my tactics videos will know that I regularly use two variations of a formation. So by this I mean, one is normally put in the defensive slot. This is one that I can use for the majority of the game as like almost a default tactic, and then I have a more attacking version of it. I always have four types of tactics in the game plan. I think having more game plans is better. It allows you to adapt more to different situations. My ultra defensive is always the one that I'm going to use to see a game out when I'm winning and getting pressed hard. My defensive is always like my standard, more default one that I'd start a game in. My attacking tends to nearly always be a slightly different version of the when I start the game in. Bit more press, more if I'm chasing the game a little bit but don't want to go all out. And then my ultra attacking always tends to be what I'm using if I'm losing a game late on, really need to get a goal back. It's all out press, for example. So the tactic we're going to look at here is the first is the defensive one. We're looking at the 4-3-3 fifth. Now, on previous FIFAs, the 4-3-3 was basically useless in my opinion. It was okay for keeping the ball, but that was about it. If all the formation's good at doing is keeping the ball, that's not really too exciting or something that you're really going to be that bothered about using, in my opinion. However, now the 4-3-3 fifth is a very, very good formation in terms of attacking. Does need a lot of tweaking to it, and I'll explain it in the video. You're going to see it. One of the reasons, though, it's a lot better now is that the left and right winger actually get forward and attack a lot better. On previous FIFAs, the wingers just stayed out wide and didn't really do anything, didn't listen to instructions, but they do now. In this formation, you'll get a much better idea when you see the instructions, but the main thing you're trying to do is have basically 3 strikers, because the wingers tuck inside, get really involved centrally as strikers. And then the centre mids bomb forward, so they overlap the centre forward. You basically have 5 attackers, which overwhelms the opposition, overlaps the defenders, makes it very, very hard for them to defend. For the left and right winger, you want pacey players. Ability in the air is quite useful at times. I've noticed you can cross to the back post. You want at least 4-star ideally, especially at this point where there's a lot more options. Better weak foot's really useful. But yeah, pace. Power's pretty good. Obviously, you want a good shots when they get into shooting positions. For the centre forward, ideally 5-star. At least 1 5-star can make a big difference. But this needs to be your best attacker, really. This is kind of the guy who links all the play up. For your centre mids, honestly, you can use on this position. I found like Messi at left centre mid, Eusebio at right centre mid. I've used all sorts of players here. They need to be able to shoot. They need to be able to attack. They need to be good on the ball. Box-to-box midfielders who can do everything, who we're starting to get a lot more of them now, can be really good. Ideally, though, you want a left footer at left centre mid so he can shoot across corners left, and a right foot at right centre mid. That's what I found has worked really well. The middle CDM needs to be quick. He needs to be really quick so he can cover across the midfield for when you get caught out. This formation is very attacking. I'm not going to lie and say it's perfect defensively. It definitely isn't. For what it lacks in defense, it definitely makes up for an attack. But the CDM needs to be really quick to cover for players who are out of position. It needs to be able to be decent on the ball to help build up the attack. And then for the centre backs, pretty standard. The fullbacks do get forward in this formation as well, so you ideally want fullbacks who are at least pretty comfortable on the ball. In terms of the tactics, we've gone 40 width, 40 depth for the default. One of the big differences here is that I used forward runs instead of direct passing. Forward runs basically means that your players make a lot more runs forward, as it should be. But in other formations, it just leaves you completely wide open. This formation, though, with the CDM allows you to do that. And honestly, the defenders really struggle to deal with this. Fairly low width. We want a lot of our attack to come through the middle. The fullbacks will give us a lot of the natural width. Honestly, you could go to 40 as well. Players in box, you definitely don't want it too high because you're already telling a lot to get in the box. For the instructions, stay forward, cut inside, getting behind on both the wingers plus get into the box. We want them to be cutting inside, getting in the box because the fullbacks are going to be out wide. The centre forward, stay central, stay forward. For our left and right centre mid, leave them on default. You can make them get forward in this. I do that in the more attacking variation, which you'll see. But in this one, I don't really want them to be too attacking in the more default one. But if you find it's not attacking enough, go and get forward. Cut passing lanes, stay back, cover centre on the CDM. Balanced attack on both of the fullbacks. And then stay back on the centre. I mean, the fullbacks and centre backs, I just leave to default. The keeper, it's on default, but it doesn't really matter. Comes across sweeper keeper, sounds good, but it doesn't really seem to make much of a difference to me. In terms of our main actual tactic, press after possession loss is the main difference. We up the depth a lot. We just go a lot more aggressive. The width is basically the same. The tactic itself, whilst very similar in terms of all these are pretty same instructions, it is very different in game because higher depth and press after possession loss is very noticeable in terms of when you don't have the ball, in terms of how your team will play. And by turn, your team are going to be winning the ball higher up the pitch, so attacking higher up the pitch. In terms of the instructions, the main difference here is that we've got the left and right centre mid on get forward. This makes a difference in terms of they're going to be a lot more attacking. That could leave you a bit wide open at times. Now, the fullbacks you can put on join the attack, or you could go on overlap if you really wanted. Another thing that I've not really experimented properly with, but could be interesting, you could go inverted fullbacks and then go, where is it? Stay wide on a winger. That could be interesting to see how that would work. It's not something I think definitely would work. Would definitely be interested. If anyone wants to test that out for me, do let me know. But yeah, this tactic's really good. In the Elite Division, obviously I'm not in the Elite Division now that the new season started, but in the Elite Division, I was scoring a lot of goals with this. It does leave you a bit more wide open. You're going to be a bit more vulnerable to counter-attacks. I'm not going to pretend that's not the case. But if you want a fun formation that's a bit different, gives you lots of attacking options, it's got some cool attacking pads, then this is a really good formation that a lot of people probably aren't going to be used to playing against. Because that's the thing, when people get to a decent level, they start recognising the patterns and playing that the meta formations are doing. Since this is one that not many people use, I think this is one where you're going to be able to take a lot of chances, or make a lot of chances and attack in ways that people aren't expecting, so it's going to catch them out. Hopefully this video has helped you guys. If you've got any formation or tactics you want to see me do videos on, or got any questions about any of the ones I use, please do let me know. I appreciate you guys. As always, keep it spicy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.